can't think of everything, but it is the Halloween edition of the One More and I'm Out of Here podcast. Hi, everyone. Hope you're having a great time. You can just call me Jason. And we hope you're all having a great Halloween so far. We should have done some spooky. Can you get this blind guy out of the way?
Oh, shit. Lieutenant Colonel. Lieutenant Colonel. God, I need you to sit down.
That's why we can't have nice things.
It's exactly why we can't have nice things. Literally gave the blind fucker one order.
Jesus.
Lieutenant Colonel, your seat's over here. There you go.
He's got the wobbly cane.
There you go.
Who'd you steal that cane from?
I didn't see him.
You stole it from... You couldn't see? You couldn't see who you stole it from?
He couldn't either. Hoorah.
But now I was thinking right before we started the countdown that we should have done some spooky mood lighting or something like that.
Well,
you know?
If you'd have showed up more than 20 minutes before, we could have done that. I can't do it all, Jason.
Don't upset Uncle Baby Billy.
What about Funyuns? You bring us some Funyuns?
I didn't. I never went and picked them up when I went and got them for Tiffany. A pregnant hoe wife.
I gotta give it to you, Keith, man. The fucking costume's awesome.
I'm definitely not speaking.
That show is so fucking funny.
Dan walks in with this costume, and all we see is dark eyes. And I was like, "Oh shit! Do we have to take you to a YWCA tonight?" Did Paul get on your ass? His eyes are black. Either that, or he's recreating the BTK, or he's into that shit.
It completes the look.
All right,
you know what I mean.
You do your thing, Dano.
So happy Halloween, everyone. We hope you're having a great day.
I was too worried about all the fucking tech getting fucked up by swinging stick over here.
Just imagine me.
We almost went off the air there.
It was pretty fucking close.
We might have
lost some electronics, lost some important equipment.
Hoorah. Can you imagine what that UDF looked like after I got out of that fucker at 12:03 one morning?
So I'm gonna play a quick clip of Rob's character.
Anybody that's ever ridden with me.
This is late night Rob.
Our boy Rex can fucking attest to this shit show.
This is late night Rob.
I don't know why you think this is so fun.
I took that Bix.
Because this is the shit that he does.
Oh, Jesus. Okay. Now let's see how this baby corners.
I've heard him say that.
Yeah. Say when.
Tell me when.
Say when what? Say when to turn.
Carl, you can't turn the car.
Where's the turn, Charlie?
Rob, you drive just like this guy.
Left.
I don't even look either.
Wait.
Here I go. Here I go.
Wait. Now.
See, it works out.
Right into a parking spot at the varsity.
Yep. Crooked a little bit.
That's how that works.
Didn't you guys give me shit one day for parking crooked in this motherfucker? And I looked at myself the other day at court and I was parked crooked. No, I was like, I must have been running late.
It wasn't for parking crooked. It was for taking up 2 spaces.
No, that's
like
crooked,
you're some kind of a big deal.
Isn't that crooked?
Like you're some kind of a...
No, you were parked straight. You were purposely taking up 2 spots.
That's because I am straight, Dan.
I'm not sure. I'm
what,
not sure
they built that
mask.
You lost the costume already?
I'm not sure they built that mask for your face.
It actually helps. I mean,
well, you know, when you're shopping at the last minute, beggars can't be choosers.
Well, you know what? One quote from
but it is a classic. And I like the classics. The classics never go out of style.
Lieutenant Colonel Frank Slade said, because it's not important for me to get it right, Charlie. So fuck off. That's how I park.
So fuck off.
I tell you, if anybody here has not seen the movie Son of a Woman, the quotes in that shit, Pacino's a phenomenal actor in most films. But the quotes in that movie are second to none. And his monologue in regards to a woman is awesome, and I'll do that soon.
Can you recite a little bit of that?
I sure.
Can you,
well, I guess
entertain the listening audience, the viewing audience.
Should I do it in character? I can't read it without my fucking prescription sunglasses. So, and I don't have those motherfuckers. So we're gonna pretend that I'm wearing sunglasses. women.
If they're so great, why don't you know off the top of your head?
Because it's a long fucking quote, Dan, and I didn't have the Dan Carroll award-winning essay. Are you going to let me do it?
Just glad you went the extra mile
Women.
to entertain our viewers.
What can you say? Who made them? The hair. They say the hair is everything, you know. Have you ever buried your nose in a mountain of curls, just wanted to go to sleep forever? Or lips?
Sounds like Joe Biden.
And when they touched, you were like,
Especially kids' hair.
don't get erotic on this one. And when they touched, yours were like that first swallow of wine. I said swallow, Dan. I got you excited. You just crossed the desert. Tits. Hoo-ah. Big ones, little ones, nipples staring right out at you. Like secret searchlights. Legs. I don't care if they're Greek columns or secondhand Steinways. What's between them? Passport to heaven. I need a drink. Yes, Mr. Sims. There's only 2 syllables in this whole wide world worth hearing. Pussy. Ha. Are you listening to me, son? I'm giving you pearls here. The day we stop looking, Charlie, is the day we die.
Michael Hendricks said, if you're doing Pacino, you got to freak out at some point. Tom Cruise has to run. Pacino has to freak out in every movie.
I tell you.
Say hello to my little friend.
So true.
You got to do that one.
No, I'm doing Son of a Woman, Dan. That's a different fucking
That is a different movie.
Yeah, it is. Welcome. Are you Michael Myers?
Are you out? Are you out of quotes there?
No, that was the only quote I wanted to bring to the table. I thought I
Okay.
brought it, but
The day we stop looking.
yeah, the day we stop looking
The
is
day we
the
die.
day we die. You know what?
Die a
People
little
always
bit
say,
inside.
you know, just because you don't have money doesn't mean you don't window shop. You know, if you're not buying, you're not touching, you can still window shop. Correct? I appreciate what God made.
I knew
Women.
you wanted to read that
Fuck
specific
yeah.
quote.
Hoo-ah.
Not shocked.
I appreciate what God made. He was a fucking genius.
I'm still fucking shocked that we're live right now.
I know. I thought I knocked everything off.
I don't understand beforehand when I say don't swing the stick and watch the cables.
Well,
And well,
I have a hard
that's,
time
that's
listening.
why I just don't talk anymore.
Why don't we run the video of Rob when he was fully in character? Do we have that one handy?
Rob's got it.
Oh, the UDF one?
Yeah.
Did we play? We played it already, didn't we?
Yeah, I think we've played it.
Yeah, we played it. I was in a hoodie too.
You need to
Pacino never won a hoodie.
send that to me so I can just keep it in the queue though, because that is fucking gold.
I will tell you this: it may
I think
be,
I've already talked too much for this.
it may
my
be
character.
recreated tonight. I was trying to get Keith with Uncle Baby Billy over here. I was like, you know, it'd be awesome. I'll get my King sunglasses. We had an hour to kill. We didn't know if Dan was dead. I was like, let's go down the crosswalk on Beachmont. You put your hand underneath mine and just lead me across, and I'm slapping shit. And you're dressed like that, and I'm fucking sunglassed up with the blind king. How phenomenal would that shit be? And we go against the walk light when it's green for Beachmont goers.
Go across the street,
Just see who stops.
preach the sermon,
Yes.
take a blind man home.
You're not making anything, man. As soon as you pay the white coats and everybody else, barely breaking even.
I'm gonna play this clip real quick, and obviously everybody knows who Dan is. I like which I've already talked too much for my character.
I don't think he talks a lot in these movies.
No, not at all.
Yeah.
Not a fucking word.
That is the we be on the podcast more.
Which is fine.
Game show. Just standing in air conditioning all day, looking cool, being charming. Every episode starts out the same. Old baby Billy, he comes out like this. I make me some jokes, current events, hot styles, nothing edgy. Won't keep it light. I introduce 2 families. I banter with them. I do some chit chat, and then one by one they compete doing trivias from the Bible. So there ain't no family feud. This is baby Billy's Bible bunkers. Yeah, roll that around in your mouth. It's fun, ain't it? You're gonna say no to this concept. Y'all can't even see solid gold when I'm shitting it right in front of you. You haven't seen the last of me. First episode of the soon-to-be Christian cultural phenomenon, Baby Billy's Bible bunkers. If Noah was alive today, he couldn't have built the ark out of wood. He'd have had to make a dinghy.
That show
Oh, my
is
God.
absolutely fantastic.
I will tell
The
you this.
Righteous Gemstones.
Let's throw this out there for
One
our
of the
people.
funniest shows I've seen. In a long
Are
time.
people commenting the first baby, Uncle Baby Billy Bible bonkers? Question is, how many times in the 10 Commandments is the word covet spoken?
Good question.
I don't know.
Let's
I
see.
surely do. And I can tell you, I want to know how many times and what commandment. That's parenthetical S at the end of it.
Yeah, that
Just in case it's multiples.
I can't add to that.
Anybody? And nobody.
Well, give it some goddamn.
All right, we'll come back to baby
Jesus.
Uncle Baby Billy
Can I Google the
Bible
10 Commandments real quick?
bonkers. No, you cannot, Dan. Just because
I
it's on the
can.
internet doesn't mean it's true, Dan. We
That's
talked about
true.
this Sunday
That's
with the
very
FC
true.
game. Is it 3 games or is it single elimination? And there was a multitude of answers from the fucking internet. I was like, go to Facebook. It's got the answer.
No, it's 3 games. A 3-game series.
Well, your boy Jim said 1.
Well, Jim would be mistaken then.
Boo Boo Fuckface said Keith needs to fight a fire in that outfit. This outfit would melt to me like a shrinky dink.
Keith would look like a
Yeah.
fucking s'mores on a graham
I
cracker.
don't
with that fucking
recommend. I don't
outfit.
recommend getting near open flame with that.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure if the skin grafts would hurt more or them pulling this fucking fabric off my skin.
Cincy 513 comes in with 4. Truly, I think I know the answer. I'm not a hundo on it, but I'm gonna go.
So you ask a question.
Wait,
that
you,
you don't have
how
a
can
fucking
you ask
answer
the
to.
question and you don't even know the answer yourself?
I know the answer in my head, just like fucking Zinc last night on the trivia question. That thing came to me like Uncle Baby Billy was with me. The question was, what is the number for zinc on the periodic table? I immediately said 30. I was like, don't ask me why. I just channeled some fucking chemist.
Again, this will be another story that we're gonna hear about for like 7 years.
Was your answer incorrect?
No, it was
No,
fucking
he was correct.
It was weird. And
I was just as shocked as the rest of the bar was.
the best was our team name. It was nobody would write it down except for me, and nobody would take it up except for me. It was Chandler's Hot Tub for sale. Fucking A.
What was the other team's name? It was I didn't think life was gonna end this way.
Hey, Michael Hendricks, I agree. I fucking am the last person to ever rely upon for periodic numbers. But for whatever reason, it came to me and I'm like, fucking 30. And I was solid on it. I was like, no, I think I'm good. They were throwing out 31. They were throwing out 27. I was like, they sound reasonable, but it was 30. And that was the fucking number, Dano.
So Hendricks said, "Oh, too soon." It's you should have heard the conversation of the costume that Rob was originally going to come into this podcast as.
It was going to be white face with powder and blue lips and wet hair.
And deflated swimmies.
But it was too soon.
Was that a little Leah Thomas?
No, it's
No, fucking
are you
Matthew Perry.
Oh, Matthew Perry.
Are you
Okay.
present right now?
I'm a stone cold killer.
How is your dad?
Yeah,
That's what I am.
That you are.
How is your dad seeming a swimmer, and Matthew Perry is not?
I don't know. I don't get all the Friends references.
No,
I didn't watch that show.
I know.
The only reference was that he died in a fucking hot tub. That was the only reference, and he probably should have been wearing swimmies.
Casey Anthony defense team has got the answer that I think is correct. I believe there are 2, and one is the 7th and one is the 10th. Thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's wife is 7, and thou shalt not covet anything that belongs to their neighbor is 10. And that answer, I think, came up post funeral Saturday when I made some offhanded comments in regard to coveting. My bad.
It's like a chore drinking a beer with this thing on.
You're gonna look like a sorority sister here soon
I
with
was
a
wondering-
straw.
I asked Dan to put his readers on over that mask, and
No.
it wasn't happening.
No glasses today. Look, I don't even have eyes. Look at that. No, you don't. You can't even see my eyes.
You should take the mask off and show him your fucking BTK look. He comes in with these
What
black
mask?
eyes, and I'm like, "What are you going as fucking BTK? Are you wearing Paula's clothing again?"
What is BTK?
Blind torture kill. The serial killer out in what was that? Oklahoma, Nebraska, Oklahoma, I believe. He kept dressing up as a woman, strangling himself and shit. Did it for years. Richard Rader, he just got caught fucking 8 years ago, 10 years ago.
When Dan came in, we were both looking. We're like, all right, so Dan's dressing up good today. We don't see a bag outside of his computer bag. I didn't see his face, so I couldn't tell the black eye.
I had my sunglasses on when I came in.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah, we thought.
So you surprised us.
Yeah, we didn't know.
You absolutely surprised us.
Yeah.
I figured you didn't have room in there to put shit in.
But the
because
fact
of your
that you were
highlighters.
shopping for a Halloween costume at 10 a.m. this morning when you sent the text,
There was a text. at
I
10
was expecting some big things.
And I go, are we going costume or not costume today? And Dan's like, I am looking right now for a costume. And it
I was
10
actually looking for the remember the Karl Marx glasses, you know, with the giant eyebrows and the big nose
Oh, that guy was playing trivia yesterday.
from the Marx Brothers.
Shit.
I couldn't find those.
Kerry Wolfagel in the house said
Then I thought
that's
about
Rob's attorney costume.
Then I thought about getting one, you know, with a big dick hanging out in the middle of my nose. I wouldn't be able to keep Rob under control if I would have done something like that.
Well, at least we would have answered the
Yeah,
question of whether or not you manscaped. Something.
So I went with the classics. The classics never go out of style.
No.
I agree.
Speaking of the classics, I was telling Keith this. Griffin has a Michael Myers full-on mask that comes down over his neck, and it's got like not real hair, but hair, not the plastic shit. And he put that on last night at 11 o'clock, and I'm upstairs.
That's probably a better one than this one.
Finley's asleep for an hour. Quinn's asleep for 2. And Griff's up there getting ready to scare Quinn. I'm like, don't fucking do Quinn, man. Mom will be pissed. Do Finley. So his 14-year-old sister is sleeping. He goes over her bed, wakes her up gently, like nudges the bed. She looks up. There is a scream heard. I'm in my room.
I think that's hilarious.
And I immediately act like I'm reading a fucking book. And I can hear Aaron coming up the steps, pissed. I'm like, I told him not to. I told him not to do it. I was like, you're fucked.
Meanwhile, you're like, go do it.
Do it.
Go do it.
Got it pretty fucking good.
Let me ask you guys this. Growing up, like, what is the scariest haunted house that you've ever gone to?
You want to go down?
And what was the premise? Like, what scared you so bad?
I don't know if it was the scariest, but I think the best one I went to was the Dent haunted house back.
The schoolhouse, yeah.
The Dent schoolhouse, probably back in the
What was the janitor's name in the basement?
I don't know, might have been the mid '90s, something like that.
And
Because every year for Halloween, when I was
it's still going strong
in
too.
television, I would wind up going to a different haunted house every year.
Why do you got to highlight that one?
One year I went to the USS Nightmare, which was it used to be down on the river. Is that
Still-
one?
still is.
Are they still
Still
doing that?
Yeah, they are. That's pretty good.
Yeah,
It's
it's
They
on a
got that
barge.
ratty ass looking boat that they, but they do it. It looks like I don't know how.
But you
that thing
legitimately just hope you get off of it before
Yeah,
it fucking sinks.
They did a pretty good job at that one. There used to be a haunted house right next to the high school I went to, and
what high school was that again, Dan?
Rocket High, McNick. And they used to have a haunted house there every year. I don't know if they still do it or not,
Oh, I didn't pre-plan. I
I
didn't
haven't seen
pre-plan
that one.
this.
but that was pretty good.
I got
but,
my costume pants on over my jeans. I can't get my fucking dip out.
Oh.
I didn't pre-plan that. We're the shit.
You better hope this place doesn't catch fire, man, because I'm sure that shit.
But out of all the ones I went to, I would say that that one year I went to the Dent Schoolhouse. That one was really rocking.
See,
Good
2
stuff.
years ago we went to Dent. No, 2 years ago was USS Nightmare. Then last year was Dent. This year was fuck. What is it called, Keith? Illusion, something. Land of Illusion.
Land of Illusion.
And
Sounds like a Disney ride.
Dent, I like the Nightmare better than Dent, but Land of Illusion by far took the cake. But growing up, St. Rita's, the school for the deaf up in Woodlawn area, was probably the scariest fucking thing. And I don't know if it was because I was younger.
Which one?
St. Rita's.
Oh yeah, Q102,
Yeah.
the radio station Q102. Yeah, that one was the scariest that I think I've ever fucking been in.
Oh, it scared the shit out of me. And I remember I was probably 8 or 9, the last memory I have. I don't remember being in the haunted house, just Frankenstein coming up behind me while I'm standing out in line. Scared the shit out of me. And then my dad let me watch American Werewolf in London. If you watch it now, it's like, this is so fucking cheesy. But back then, to this day, I still cannot walk through the woods at night. Scares the fuck out of me.
I do have the St. Rita's Q102 haunted
Sounds
house
like a personal problem.
was the scariest one, but I always remember, and I lost my dad when I was young, but I remember gearing up toward Halloween and watching all of like the Dracula, the Frankenstein, Bela Lugosi, who played Frankenstein, Boris Karloff, watching all of those old ones, like they're hokey as shit.
I was gonna say Gene Wilder.
No, I mean I love it.
That was yours.
But that's not where I was at.
That's a different one, I know.
But the traditions of how my dad loved Halloween, he had a fucking full blown like real casket that he would fucking lay in and scare the bejesus out of fucking kids, like to the point of shitting their pants running down the street. Like he was just ate up with it. So it's like I remembered like those memories gearing up toward Halloween. So
it wasn't like the movie Halloween or Jason or any of that shit. It was Dracula, Frankenstein and stuff, the old school.
Wolfman.
I remember the Wolfman.
They were all hokey. They're hokey as fuck. I mean, my all-time favorite horror movie though is the original Halloween.
Yeah.
Jamie Lee Curtis.
Yep. Babysitter.
That shit. I mean, because that shit's fucking real. Like that could be fucking real. Psychopath escapes psychiatric hospital.
I remember my dad.
It just goes nuts. And we actually kind of see that shit every day.
John Carpenter, baby.
I remember
Guy's the best.
Camping. My dad, we camped at Terrace Park, hole number 10, and it was right next to Little Miami River. And we'd camp overnight, we'd fish, and they'd always tell us this fucking story of I remember the first time I heard it. They go, yeah, gee, the two adults are talking. You remember, did you read that this week? That guy escaped from the psycho asylum? Yeah, no, they spotted him up the street about 20 miles from here. So we got to be vigilant. Watch the kids, this, that, and the other, and don't let them out too far away from us. And
I was just trying to see what was under the mask.
I don't think we slept the entire fucking night. It was horrendous, but I remember those psycho stories, the escaped fucking nut job from Halloween, kind of Michael Myers-esque. And it scared the shit out of you.
We watched, I remember, this is probably a year or two before my dad passed, watch The Exorcist. And I had never seen it. And I was 12 when he passed, so I was probably 9 or 10. My sister's like, this is stupid. I'm getting in a shower. He goes out on the back deck and bangs on the fucking window. And she fucking falls down in the goddamn shower. Oh, dude, it was a whole debacle. But he loved, scaring people, just getting you to jump. And that was his thing. So
it was fun. It was the old school shit.
The only time I really ever got freaked out after going to a movie was I was a kid, and
you didn't go with Pee Wee Herman.
Maybe 11 or 12 years old. And so it was me and a bunch of kids from the neighborhood. We went to the Marymount Theater.
Well, that's where you guys had your date.
And there was a movie playing called The Legend of Boggy Creek. And it I don't know, it's like a Bigfoot kind of, right? This some kind of unknown animal, stalks and terrorizes this little southern town.
Bigfoot's real, Dan.
Well, that's the thing. It was done and shot in such a way that you thought it was real.
Remember the Loveland swamp monster?
And then we got back, and all the kids in the neighborhood, we spent the rest of that summer scaring the shit out of each other. Wait, what was that? And you'd hear a sound. We'd be out after dark.
Cincy 513. Nowadays, you're freaked out by Fox News.
Just share.
Nowadays, you're freaked out by going into a junior high to use the unisex bathroom or any bathroom and seeing a cat litter box. What are they raising? Is the SPCA moving in this motherfucker?
or turning the television on, period.
No, Loveland had a swamp monster, and there's actually a book written about it. It's like supposed to be some giant fucking frog or something, like Frog and Toad, or remember that children's book? But down by the skate castle or whatever.
Yeah, that children's book, Frog and Toad.
Toad and Frog, whatever the fuck it was.
Boo Boo Fuckface says, Rob, you are the swamp monster.
Well, it depends on how hot it is in the summer and if I've got underwear on. It is swampy sometimes.
Yeah.
But no, those were great memories, and I'm enjoying, looking forward to tonight, scaring the fuck out of my own kids and others in the neighborhood. especially when I pull in with sunglasses on and a blind person cane and get out of the fucking driver's seat. Should be a good time.
What kind of candy do you pass out at the Herking house?
The kind with Benadryl, Dan.
Kind of Benadryl.
Not shocked.
I was going to say,
Not shocked by that answer.
Did your supply of razors and fentanyl come in so you could celebrate the holiday appropriately?
Sure did. Thank you for asking.
Well, you know, I want your neighbors to be aware of what's going on.
Yep. No,
There is no registry for that, but there should be.
ladies and gentlemen, by the way, speaking of registries, if you see a darkened house in your neighborhood, jump on the sheriff's department website. Find out why.
Just double check.
Maybe
What is that? Channel 5 WOWT? The more you know.
yeah. Don't waste your children.
We've got a fair amount living in our neighborhood.
What? Oh, I know.
Fucking child molesters.
Boo Boo Fuckface says she's going to Rob's house.
Bring it. Come on over. I got some good stuff.
Full size. You got full size candy bars.
No, it just satisfies me, Dan.
He's got all that attorney money. He
Well,
should.
He's you know
He should be passing out full size candy bars.
Fuck, I'm not in charge of that shit. I fucking actually raided it last night at 1:30 with a small glass of milk. I was like, fuck her.
Jill hid our candy from me.
What was it?
I didn't know where it was. I could have used some last.
I haven't had a chance to give shit about the almond joys. It's like, who buys a fucking pack of candy with almond joys in it?
I do. I love almond joys.
So is the mask? I have to ask this. Is
Are
the
you
mask
allowed?
the reason that you needed to get the bottles? Was that your reasoning?
So I can just like do like this.
Okay, all right, makes sense now.
God damn, what was that movie with?
Kind of hard to do that with a can.
What was that movie with Kevin Costner and the kid where it was set in the old days, 50s and 60s and shit, and he took off, he was a robber, and the kid wore his Casper mask and told him to put the hood up?
Oh, I remember it.
I remember that.
Watching him take a drink without taking his mask off reminds me of that kid in there. Fuck, what movie was that? I cannot.
Jill just said Bidenomics doesn't allow budget for full-size candy bars anymore. Sorry, kids.
Supply chain issues. ladies and
Halloween
gentlemen.
candy 13% higher this year. Thank you, Joe. Appreciate that.
I just hope we have leftovers.
No, I know. I've seen that Kevin
I
Costner movie
cannot
a couple
remember
of
the name of
times. He's a bank robber, and he
Yeah.
winds up with that little kid with him.
Oh my god!
I feel like I need to do this to my hair.
That'll come to me.
I feel like I need to just push the coif back.
You're dead. You're dead on that guy. Where'd you find that wig?
Jill took care of the whole costume. All Amazon.
That's nice.
It's actually, touch the hair. It actually is nice. You can actually brush it. I brushed it before the party before. I didn't bring a brush with me.
Hey Dan, touch his hair. It's pretty nice.
No, it's okay. I'm good.
I'm good.
I'm good. I should have brought my butcher knife.
All right, I got a couple of things pulled up. I'm just trying to.
Are you ready? I was going to dive into this story real quick about hecklers and January 6th, aka October 31st. Can I do it?
January 6th, aka October 31st.
Yep. Hecklers.
A Perfect World.
Hecklers
is the movie, by the way.
scream at Blinken for Israel. Jesus, let me try that again.
What, just
Israel
Google that or
Hamas
someone put that up?
ceasefire during Senate hearing. Where's your pride, America? Apparently, a Senate hearing on a supplemental funding package to assist Israel in its war against Hamas descended into chaos Tuesday morning. No, PETA and Hamas. I'm calling Hezbollah PETA and Hamas is the other one. Dozens of hecklers were detained after yelling at the Secretary of State for a ceasefire now. The unrest boiled over immediately after he began speaking. And they were yelling at him, stop supporting the genocide and ethnic cleansing of the people of Gaza. Ceasefire now, blah, blah, blah. They were wearing blood, fake blood and other shit. Didn't somebody get charged? Oh, fucking President Trump got charged. What? Where's Biden's indictment coming for this shit? This shit show, same fucking house, same Congress building, and it just boiled over. Where are the indictments, Dan? Do you not see?
Well, they definitely didn't call it an insurrection. They definitely didn't use that term. Weird.
That is. No, it was just, it was peacefully assembling or something.
Well, there's been several instances lately
It just cracks me up hearing you talk with that man.
of proceedings at the Capitol being interrupted. by different people. One is that that numbnut Democrat senator or congressman, I should say, whose name escapes me at the moment. But the thing is, he pulled the fire alarm during a hearing.
It was for a vote.
Yeah, it was a vote on the government shutdown. And so Bowman, I think, is his name. But he goes out there and he pulls the fire alarm. Then his excuse is, well, I was trying to get out the door. Well, that's a complete and total lie. Because there are signs on the door talking about how you can't go out there or the certain times that the door is open. The video shows him taking the signs, knocking them to the ground, and then reaching over and pulling the fire alarm. And the kicker is, before the guy was in Congress, he was a school principal. And what do they do? What do school principals do at least once a month at school? They have fire drills.
Dude, I was going to go bang students. My bad.
So don't tell me that someone who is a school principal doesn't know what a fucking fire alarm is and what they're for. And then, of course, we had demonstrators, pro-Palestinian demonstrators who took over one of the office buildings in the Capitol
Did you go
a week or so ago.
Did you go to the dentist today and using the mask as a shield for that?
And then we got these numbnuts today with the blood on their hands, screaming at the secretary. I mean, did it ever occur to them that it's not up to the secretary to enforce a ceasefire? And it's up to Israel.
I was too busy.
They were the ones who were attacked.
I was too busy in church preaching the Lord's word.
Thank you, Uncle Baby Billy.
I didn't get a chance to see that.
I got to watch that fucking show.
I'm trying to preach the Lord's word out here.
And the thing is, a majority of the people who are in there calling for the ceasefire are probably Biden voters. He's the one that got us in this situation. Do you have that soundbite ready?
I do.
That I sent you. Here's Joe Biden.
When did he send that, Keith?
I sent it to him about 20 minutes before the show started.
We were debating.
Maybe 15. It doesn't matter. He got it in time.
Yeah, I got it.
But here's Joe Biden in an interview during the campaign, and he's being prophetic here when he's talking about the dangers of Donald Trump being the president. Hit that. Here we go.
The world has changed because what Trump has done. And the American people, including independents and some Republicans, know how bad he is, know how much he's misrepresented, know how he's getting close to getting us in a war. I said, as the walls close in on this man, I'm worried he's going to get us to war in Iran. Unfortunately, I may have been right. The fact of the matter is there's a lot at stake in this election.
He may have been right. He was dead fucking wrong. He's the one who's getting us in a war with Iran.
You know what's funny? When I saw that, is the difference in what 3 years makes in that job, in that office, because he looks completely different now than he did there, and every president goes through that progression of aging. But it also doesn't help that like you're 170 fucking years old anyway.
It is striking.
And not that Trump's young, don't get me wrong, but Trump looks better.
It's odd that
and conducts himself better.
Sure he does.
You can see the difference with him. That's the odd part. I mean, he just looked fucking deceased prior to coming in office. I mean, he did not look good coming in office.
But he looks completely different now.
It's all the fucking vacations.
He can barely open his fucking eyes.
But listen to what Biden's saying there. The world has changed because of what Trump has done. He's right about that. The world changed for the better. And you can boil down the two presidencies from Biden to Trump. And under Trump, we didn't have war. We didn't have war in the Middle East. We didn't have Russian aggression. But under Biden, we have all that. And now we're teetering on the brink of World War III.
Hooah.
Hooah.
Thank you, Dano.
So there you go.
No, it's and when you go through like the beginning of the COVID shit and everything else is he was gonna get us out of COVID and this and that. Trust the science, trust the science, trust the science, and guess what? Everybody went the complete and utter opposite. Not everybody, but the majority of people went the opposite way of fuck you. This is fucking dumb. You're not gonna make me stay in my house. I'm going out. Get the fuck over it.
I'm in. I get the fuck over it. Go to the beach. Go with the Bidens. Sit fully dressed on the beach. Get some
Glasses
fucking
are-
sun.
These glasses are a pain in the ass. I don't know how my dad fucking wore these his whole fucking life.
Well, Uncle Baby Billy, just pray.
Just
Pray with us. Come on, Billy.
It'd be different if I didn't have to see anything.
Don't be a bad man.
When's the new season of that show start anyway? Do you know?
I don't.
They
can't
got
remember.
fucking seasons.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh yeah.
Dude, have you not watched it?
I've not fucking watched it, Dan, and I will not.
You are missing out. You are missing out.
I'm in fucking costume right
He is not in costume anymore.
now. I almost wrecked the whole goddamn table coming in this place. Couldn't see shit. Oh, Noel's in the house, by the way, for those of you.
Uncle Baby Billy from Righteous Gemstones.
Noel
A
was,
shitbag televangelist.
Noel was,
If you haven't seen Righteous Gemstones, you got to watch it.
she was channeling her inner
Fucking hilarious.
Lieutenant Colonel Frank Slade and banged her foot on a fucking wall.
Recommended by Jason from Friday the 13th.
Gives it 5 stars on Yelp.
What are you doing? Oh, you're a huge Friends fan. She's wearing her Friends sweatshirt.
Are you in mourning for Matthew Perry?
Solidarity.
It's very sad.
Did you put a fucking bid in on his hot tub that was on Facebook Marketplace?
Just needs a deep clean.
Just drain the motherfucker.
Detox.
Get a spaghetti strainer and clean out the chunky shit.
Just needs a deep
Got to
clean.
be careful in that thing.
See ya. Same to you.
Bye, baby.
I love your costume. That's the scariest one I've seen so far.
So Rob, I want to play the other video that you sent me. 'Cause
Shit, I can't
were
remember
We were
what it
talking
was.
about, government stuff and whatever. At what point, when some of these sporting events, and we're going to play Flavor Flav singing the fucking national anthem,
Flavor Flav.
best rendition
the
ever.
publicists of the sports teams, whoever, like high school, I kind of get. You just grab somebody that wants to get up on a microphone and is willing to be in front of people and sing. But these professional fucking sports teams that bring in some of the worst, and it goes back. Remember when Roseanne Barr fucking sang the national anthem? Why in the fuck do you have people singing our country's fucking, our anthem, our theme, and like it's a big fucking spectacle and a fucking joke?
No, I wish I was deaf, not blind, after listening to this rendition.
This shit was, and Rob, I had seen the article, but I hadn't seen the clip, and it is absolutely fucking horrendous. And shame on anybody.
When does this date back to?
Just a couple days ago.
Sunday, I think.
We're so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red flare, the bombs burst, staying in there, gave proof to the night.
think it's Through the Night, isn't it? Through the Night?
That our flag was still there.
Oh, my God.
Oh, say, does that star spangled banner yet wave?
Oh, sing it.
Or the land of the free.
Don't hit that high note. No, good job.
And the home of the brave.
Oh, that's right. He wrote the second and the third time.
Fucking absolutely horrendous.
I listened to that.
Brought chills to me right now.
That's the first time I've heard that, obviously. But the NBA is notorious for getting some really bad renditions of the national anthem.
I would agree
That
with
pisses me off.
some of the comments. The majority was okay, and I'm glad he didn't go high. But the pauses and the instead of through the night to the night, that's a little fucking wrong.
But what is Flava Flav famous for? Is he a real life rapper or what?
Popsicles.
I mean, I know he's been on a lot of game shows and
He was a rapper. He married Bridget Nielsen after they were on Celebrity fucking Big Brother.
Rainbow.
He's a drug addict.
Well, let's not cast
is he known for
stones.
being a singer? I don't think he is.
Yeah, he was.
He raps.
Well, rapping and singing.
Well, not a singer, yes. To your point.
It's
Not a singer.
It's not Pavarotti.
Was absolutely fucking horrendous.
It was not good.
And atrocious.
But as I listened to that, I think he was actually trying to do a good job.
He was trying.
He was trying.
Well,
He was not succeeding.
That's why you have a screening process.
So to my way of thinking, there's a different
tap
there's a
aid.
difference
Nicely done, sir.
between what Flava Flav did and what Roseanne Barr did.
Yes, Public Enemy. That's right. I couldn't remember who he was with.
Do what?
He's founding member of Public Enemy since
Yeah,
he 513 brought that.
Yeah, Public Enemy.
And
It's not his fault. He became famous and didn't have any talent to back it up.
I'm more pissed off at the fucking publicist or whoever that
No, I agree.
that pushed that through.
I agree.
Instead, that would be a good one because I guarantee you they probably had some 8th grade fucking boy or girl who is in the fucking choir who can actually carry a goddamn tune
There's people with
and make that shit good.
with all those professional sports teams. They have people whose job it is to
Yeah.
find people like that
Yes.
and get them out there.
It's I think it's a fucking disgrace.
If anyone's head should roll, it should be the person who brought him in.
Right.
Michael Hendricks, great call.
And
Perfect
then go
world.
find,
Love it.
go find the next one.
It's NBA. Nobody in the Midwest watches.
You better be better than that one.
Everyone who tries out, just roll that video.
I mean,
If you can't do better than this, and get the hell out of here.
truly, if you look at it this way, though, Public Enemy and the rappers and shit, they're not used to hitting those high notes. They basically talk, and I'm not coming to the defense of that rendition nor the choice of him as singer. However, the amount of fucking lyrics, that one song that I sang, that Stark sang that one night, hip hop, hippity hop, just goes so fucking fast.
Rapper's Delight.
Yeah. I couldn't even
Sugar Hill Gang.
I couldn't read that fucking quick. Now, granted, it was 10 o'clock at night.
It's not the fucking national anthem, Rob.
I hear you.
That's where my whole thing is. It's the national anthem. Like that should be.
You know what?
Like the Cincinnati fireman that sings at Reds games, Bengals games. That guy's
pretty good.
That guy is absolutely phenomenal.
You know what? We need to do a rap version of the national anthem. That
No,
would
we
fucking
don't. No, we
pimp.
don't. No,
well, you and
that
Flavor
doesn't need
Flav
that.
can figure that out.
No, that doesn't need. That doesn't. We don't need that.
I think we need to.
I don't think you have the rhythm.
I don't, but
He-
I can
he-
produce
he-
that motherfucker one more and I'm out of here. Music Productions.
What
Oh,
makes you
you're
think that?
going to produce it? All right, so
What makes you
you're
think he
now an
doesn't
audio,
have the rhythm?
you're an audio tech now.
No, but I know people.
Yeah, you know people.
I think we need a fucking rap version of the national anthem. Something
I think you're fucking dumb.
something that's
That's what I think. right
fucking
now.
powerful and pimpish that you can come down the street with and just fucking people with the basses hitting.
Uncle
No.
Baby Billy said it, so it shall be done. I think you're fucking dumb. That's a dumb idea.
You're a heretic.
We
That's a
don't need
dumb
that.
idea.
I think we need it. So if anybody wants to help me produce this
I
shit,
don't think so.
And when he says help me produce this, he means you do
Yeah.
it.
yeah, you just
And then he tags his name onto it.
send it to one more and I'm out of here at gmail.com.
No, send it to herkinglaw@gmail.com. Don't
possible.
associate one more and I'm out of here with a rap version of the national anthem.
When's the last time we got an email at our email address?
Most of it's hate mail. We haven't wanted to show you, Dan. They hate you.
No, they don't.
They do, honestly.
Do not.
8 out of 10 emails are fucking get rid of Dan.
I'll bet we haven't gotten 10 emails.
Well, they're mostly fucking little people. They're little people. Anthony Cox is still sending fucking emails, Dan.
Yeah,
We're dealing with that. Our legal team is dealing with it, Dan.
our legal team.
One more now. I'm out of here. Legal team. LPA is dealing with this shit show you've developed with your fucking midget bowling and top heavy and helmets and throwing them head down.
Well, I brought something else to the table because the fact that we can't get away from Fetterman.
Oh, I saw that one.
But
the Halloween guy.
somebody, and that's really the only reason I want to show this.
The
video,
little me, the mini me.
is somebody dressed up at an event with Fetterman as Fetterman. That's really the only reason. I mean, there's a premise behind it, but really that's the only reason.
You go ahead, Mr. Gilmore.
I gotta find it. Here it is.
This was great.
Uncle. I really can't see the other guy.
No, I can talk. I voted for
Well,
him.
he's not
I'm sorry,
dressed
this
as
is a
Fetterman.
democracy.
Shut the fuck up.
Absolutely is.
You'll
Yeah,
see.
yeah, but kind of, sort of. Why?
Go to a movie.
10,000 people in Gaza have been killed, half of children. The Pope's calling for a ceasefire. The UN has called for it. I'm just asking you. You're a good guy. I voted for you. I know you're a nice guy.
Oh, you're a
This
fucking
is
idiot.
important. You need to leave. Here, can I give you a phone?
Watch this guy. He's got one of those blog caps on. He's not even part of his team.
What's your name? John Doe.
He just assaulted him.
So he's a Fetterman supporter because he's got on the hoodie and the gym shorts.
Oh, look at that little woke sea biscuit right there. He just assaulted
sneakers.
him. Oh my God, he assaulted
Got the
him.
Carhartt hoodie.
But it was just funny. It's somebody at an event that at a bar that Fetterman was at was dressed as Fetterman, and then takes care of this guy who's asking a question. And then one of Fetterman's staffers came up and said, "You can talk to me." And he goes, "No, I can talk to him. He's here, and I voted for him, and I want to ask him a question." And then he pulled out that pamphlet, and that's when the other guy, the mini Fetterman, pushed him out of the fucking bar.
How many?
That would have been a good costume, actually.
Well, that dude was an
Thought about it.
apologist for the Hamas terrorists. So get him the fuck out of here.
But
And if you've watched MSNBC lately, you got Joy Reid and you got Rachel Maddow and the other gal that's on there, and they're all changing their tune now, and they're all being apologists for Hamas and talking about how they're, the poor Palestinians.
Jesus Christ, was that you?
Yeah, it was me. I burped.
Fucking A, man. Oh my God, are you dying inside? You poached too?
What? I can't burp?
Not on the fucking mic when it's in my head. God, I can't smell that shit. Fuck. We apologize to our listeners right
No,
now.
I'm not apologizing.
Dan apparently died 10 years ago inside.
I'm trying to figure out why you still have your hand on your fucking microphone when I bought a mic stand.
Sorry, Uncle Baby Billy.
Just trying to figure it out.
All right. Well, for those of you that follow CNN
Rob would make a great Fetterman.
and the other shit,
Uncle baby.
I just want to let you know that you Hamas supporters, Private Selection hummus is top 10. Fresh Cravings, that's another top 10 hummus. Oasis is a
Private
good brand.
Selection. That's the one we get.
Sabra and
Well, my wife does like the Sabra.
Tribe hummus. That's a good one.
The Sabra, and it's got that. They put that. I
Somebody
don't know what it is. Red
somebody
peppers,
says-
whatever, and you mix it around. That's pretty good.
Boar's Head is top 10 too.
I've never had boar's head.
Boar's Head. Oh, Little Lily's hummus. I wonder if Lily gives good hummus. Hope Foods, that's kind of an Israeli brand knockoff hummus. Trader Joe and Lantana. Lantana hummus is number one in
Where'd you get this list?
thedailymeal.com. It is a Al
Daily
Jazeera TV sponsored site for hummus.
I don't eat hummus. So none of this sounds delicious.
Well, I'm just trying to help people. And for those of you that have never looked at the hummus flag, it is very festive. Don't wear it. Don't wear it.
Don't wear it.
That's all I got to say about that.
Dan, I had another email from you that I didn't see.
We should do a
Yeah, that
hummus.
that was the movie clip
Let's do a hummus show. Get a chef
to
in here.
describe my character, my Halloween costume.
But your character, I mean, does it need
I
explaining?
think most people know. who
Well,
that
I don't
is.
know. There might be some people out there who've never, like I haven't watched a
Like
lot
a
of Friends. There
newborn?
might be people who've never are
Like a-
not familiar with the movie.
Like a fucking newborn.
You never know.
Everybody knows who Jason is.
Well, he played the clip, which was absolutely hilarious
Let's hide behind these chainsaws.
from
You sent
the
me
Righteous
You
Gemstones.
sent me a 16-minute long fucking.
Well, you only got to play the first portion of it.
Okay, all right. I wasn't aware.
No, we don't need 16 minutes.
No, I don't think we do either. Just wanted to make sure. All right, so
You got it.
now we have Dan's clip. All right.
Again, the classics never go out of style.
Never.
Sequels. It can be hard to remember what really happened in all the Friday the 13th movies. Let's take a deep dive into Crystal Lake and map out the entire gruesome story. What's the worst that can happen?
He could hold
In
it.
the original Friday the 13th, audiences first heard the sad, sinister story of young Jason Voorhees.
Yes.
He drowned at Camp Crystal Lake in 1958 after two counselors took their eyes off the boys to go have some sexy time. Those two counselors were murdered, and the camp was subsequently shuttered. The camp reopens 2 decades later, but it still has a reputation for murder and mayhem, and rightly so. Meet Annie, freshly hired as a camp counselor. She
All right, you get the
hitchhikes to
idea.
Crystal Lake, opting to ignore the warnings of
I definitely
Crazy
wanted to
Ralph.
play your clip.
a
I didn't hear it.
Did you guys ever get to go camping
So
when
I
you were kids?
apologize.
Yeah, I just told a story about camping as a kid, Dan.
You did?
Yeah, welcome to the show, bud. Holy fuck.
What is when you whatever you got freaked out by?
Yeah, what was it, Dan? Do you know?
I forget.
Yep, sure was.
Maybe it wasn't that great of a story.
Oh my god.
I think the onus is on the storyteller there. Not the
Yeah.
listener.
The onus.
Make it compelling,
You want to
interesting,
you know what? You're about ready to have my hummus
Something
in your anus.
something I want to pay attention to.
Onus motherfucker. Unbelievable. But you no,
Are you upset now?
No, not at all.
Oh, damn it.
I'm upset when you walked in. I was kind
The,
of
the echoing sound that you hear is Rob touching the fucking microphone on
Is
a
that what
mic
it was?
stand. Yes.
I didn't. Oh, it was actually my bad.
Jesus Christ.
The boys are together again and making the best music of their lives. Varner Netherton Revival. Cincinnati's own Dan Varner has rejoined with longtime friends Nick, Brad, and Ryan. Now the Varner Netherton Revival is filling clubs and arenas from the Queen City to Nashville and every place in between. Varner Netherton Revival is more than award-winning musicians and recording artists. They're just playing fun. Their vocal harmonies has crowds of 10 to 10,000 standing up and singing along. And the best part is you can book them for your event. Check out a show near you and find out more at varnernetherton.com. That's varnernetherton.com. 100%.
There we go.
Yeah, I was thirsty. I just wanted to do it.
Yeah, I gotta.
Wanted to be a dick and engraved in USA. Yeah, Rich, I finally got it done. So we're going to sign it here soon. In business for over 25 years, engraving your business awards, promotional items, employee and customer appreciation items, brewery drinkware, golf outing accessories, promotional and other recognition items. If you are a smaller global company, we have the team that can design and produce quality items to enhance your business. Call the team of Tanya, Tammy, Tim, or Rich at 513-682-2557. And say 100% to get the best personal touch from our friends at Engraved in USA. Is somebody breathing heavy in here? Are you just getting into character? Was that you? Could you not hear the heavy breathing? You don't even have to accentuate it. Holy shit. Wow. Just imagine that thing on top of you tonight, ladies. Holy shit. Holy asthma, motherfucker. I'm sitting there reading that, and all I hear is heavy breathing in my ears.
I was just getting a beer.
Was it strenuous?
I just getting a beer.
I know. That was unbelievable. I could hear the heavy breathing.
Cincy 513 said you can't put that shape next to his mouth and not expect the instincts to kick in.
Shit. I heard heavy breathing while I was reading that. And the only thing I could deduce was Dan struggling to grapple with that beer bottle. So far away.
That's why I was shocked. I need a bucket of bottles. I was like, why? Well, we didn't see the mask. Now it makes sense, but
Oh my God. You all right, Dano?
He will. He will. Be.
Oh,
He will be when I take this shit.
Uncle Baby Billy is in a mood tonight.
God bless America.
You know what?
You know, I'm playing with the beer bottle caps.
The extra outside noise that you two fuckers put into the ting, bang, bang.
Oh, welcome to our life.
By the way, on Sunday, Hassler hit a 9-game parlay.
So you're talking.
Are you
this
shitting me?
Past.
This past Sunday.
So you got rent.
As in,
so you got rent. You got rent payment.
Well, that's a good way to look at it.
That's the way you should be.
So he said if you need help with your picks, Rob, he's more willing to help you out.
You know what?
So on a $5 bet, he made almost $500.
That's
Nice.
rent. That's
Pretty
rent
good.
for a month.
So he's betting the favorites. And secondly, I want to see the winning ticket because you know how many friends of mine win all the fucking time and nobody sees the ticket and they don't talk about how many times they lose. I'm the only asshole on here saying I got fucking raped in the ass.
Well, for that 9-game parlay, I'm giving him this.
How about that? Picked. He hit every early game on Sunday.
I just got an email from MGM.
Every single one.
MGM's pissed.
A sequel, cease and desist.
9-game parlay. That's pretty stout.
Pretty
That
good.
is pretty impressive. I should buy him a packet of hummus. I shall.
Well, he knows you've been struggling a little bit with your picks, so he just offered his services.
Why do you got to do that? You know I lost that fucking cricket match yesterday, Dan.
I didn't know you bet on the cricket match.
Fuck yeah, I devolved
My
even further.
God.
I bet $5 on a cricket match.
We had to look up what a wicket was.
I told you to take India.
I took Sri Lanka.
I told you to take India. Sri Lanka's got injuries.
India was Sunday.
Key injuries right now. They're not good.
India was Sunday.
And they have a civil war going on, I think.
No, there's
Is that still going on or is that over with?
I don't know. You know what we need to get? Anybody know anybody that's Indian that can fucking charm a cobra? We'll find a cobra. Let's get that fucker in here. I want to see that.
Well, let's say, how about first things first? How about we get our Cologuard employee in here to be a guest on our show and tell us about the mundane routine of examining stool samples all day long.
You're into the butt.
No, I'm not.
The
I'm
only
just
thing
saying.
that's twice now you brought it up.
That was one of the very first things we ever talked about on this podcast was having someone from Cologuard come in and describe what it is they do all day long.
With a spork.
Well, with whatever tool is appropriate for the job.
Whatever implement.
We can get them to autograph sporks.
Right tool for the job.
Counselor, I have a question.
Uh-oh.
Statute of limitations.
Depends on what you did.
Varies state to state and vary by crime or accusation. Like, how's that work?
By crime. By the crime that's accused. Why? Give me a heads up on, are we talking murder that's doesn't stop?
Not
Rape
murder.
doesn't stop. Burglary is typically 6 years. It's a felony in the state of Ohio.
Okay. So I saw this
Oh,
story.
the gynecologist shit.
Gynecologist sued for using his sperm to get patient pregnant in fertility procedure 34 years
Nice.
prior. And again, touching the fucking mic. Damn.
Christ. It was Dan with the goddamn bottle. The issue on that one is when it's realized, because the statute could be from the date of the crime or when it is known or it should have been known. At this point in time, it comes out fucking Portuguese and you're two white people. Yeah, there's something amiss.
Well, this lady, I believe is 67 years old at this point and is suing her former.
How old is she?
I think she's 67 now.
Oh, fuck.
But she's suing, and it happened 34 years ago. So she has a grown kid, and she's suing for, the emotional, and I'm trying to remember exactly how they worded it without trying to go through this whole fucking article.
The financial distress.
Emotional distress.
Yeah, it was emotional distress.
Financial from raising the kid without help. He's got to be.
And now, and now she's claiming that she has no relationship, no emotional connection relationship with this said 34-year-old daughter
that she raised. That's bullshit. Some attorney told her to say that.
So it's like I saw it.
Those fucking attorneys, they fuck up everything.
So does the media.
God damn.
Can't get the fucking weather right.
But I'm trying to find it. But it was just so. I mean, I was reading it. I'm like, what the fuck is? I don't have an emotional connection. You either knew you did or you knew you didn't. Probably by the time the kid was 10.
Well, I'm kind of curious
Whether you had an emotional connection.
what precipitated the investigation, though. I'm just curious about that because that's a long fucking time. And I'm assuming the gynecologist is probably old as shit too if he's shoving his goo in other people. Or was it natural? Did he bang her while she was asleep?
No, he artificially inseminated her with his. He went in the fucking back room, cranked one off, and was like, "Hey, I got it."
Must have been Carter's administration because they had supply
So she
chain
was
issues.
undergoing fertility treatments, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was going to be anonymous donors.
So he knew his jizz was good. So he said, "Yeah, you come get treated by me, and I'll guarantee you have a baby." And it's a miracle! She's pregnant again.
All right,
Another satisfied customer.
pay me.
That one's probably
Pay me.
So she probably found out that her husband's been shooting blanks for years and years and years.
hence the infertility doctor.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, they were having problems, and it was he was going to find a donor that looked
Because she
similar.
kept wanting to go to the doctor to get the turkey baster jammed in and out of that motherfucker.
looked similar to her husband. He was going to find a donor that looked similar, had the attributes as best he could, but then decided he just fired his own
Fucking
stuff
wing
in.
it.
Hey,
He
you
was just
want
gonna
a
wing it.
job done right, you got to do it yourself.
Take matters into your own hands.
Michael Hendricks said he forgot to wash his hands.
Shit.
Please.
But
Please
34
don't
years later.
Don't swallow this time.
So how does that hold up?
Oh yeah, discovery rule. I mean, Hendrick said it. Discovery rule. I mean, it's when it's known or should have been known. So I'm assuming at some point somebody spit in one of those fucking genealogy things and it came back. Oh fuck! Somebody gave a shitty Christmas gift like I did to my mom, who spit in it the year after my dad died. Fucking didn't put enough of a sample in, and bitch that they sent it back. I was like, Mom, Dad always told me you swallowed. You got to spit
Yeah,
sometimes.
Jesus.
That's what it sounds like. Like one of those stories where they decided, hey, let's dig into our family tree and find out where we come from.
Yeah, she went to 23andMe and
That's it.
some other one that I haven't heard of.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you have committed any sex crimes or any other crimes where your DNA may be there, don't do 23andMe or any of those other things. Say no to the spit. Swallow that shit. Just giving you a heads up from One More and I'm Out of Here legal team.
We have so many teams under this umbrella.
I keep wanting to do our family tree, but Daddy says no all the time. I don't know why.
Dad says he's not cooperating. Do it the old fashioned way. Get a fucking book and talk to relatives. Goddamn, learn them. That's the way we did it.
Well,
Fuck.
people used to have Bibles that they wrote down all that stuff in and passed on those Bibles for generations, and so they.
I think they called them apostles.
Well, no, they called Bibles.
Genesis, that motherfucker started
Bibles.
it. He wrote down a lot. I couldn't keep track of that family tree.
I'm
with
just saying
Abraham
that's
and
the
Sarah.
way families used to do things. I don't think that
No,
really happens all
go
the
to
time anymore.
ancestry.com. Do the old school shit where you get the actual records and you can pin them to the person's name. That way, everybody's not spitting and there's not sex crimes being fucking convicted.
Joe Billy I just shared it. Said, this is Dan's. I told you to take Indy in that game. Sherlock has got injuries. Equals not a sentence I've ever thought I'd hear Dan say.
Go back to the original podcast. I said that when he said he was going to bet that.
Dan, do you know what a wicket is?
Yes,
What is it?
that's the thing that they use to hit the ball with. It's like their version of a bat.
No, that's not true.
That's not the wicket.
That's not true. The wicket is the three poles that are behind.
Okay.
The batter is defending.
Well,
them.
what's the bat called?
Fuck? I don't know.
What's the thing they hit the ball with? Then?
A flat bat? I don't know. I didn't go that far.
That's not the wicket.
I needed to know what a wicket was.
Yeah, I have no fucking idea what that is.
I always thought that was the wicket. I guess I was wrong. There you go.
No, the wicket is what I guess the thrower. I don't even know if they call it the pitcher. The thrower is trying to hit, and the batter is defending it.
Well, I
learned something today. I didn't know anything about cricket.
I will just remain silent then for the rest of the podcast.
Is it? Oh, bullshit. Are you saying wicket or Wiccan?
Wicket.
Okay.
Wicket.
With a T.
Because it's the night of, oh, fucking A, I touch it again. It's the night of the Wiccan. That's all I got to say. Hey, Dan, what are you doing tonight?
By the way,
See, I told you couldn't do it.
Casey Anthony's defense team said, I can't believe Israel versus Palestine soccer teams won't face off in a qualifying round.
Pussies. I tell you, that new park they built down in Gaza. The Gaza International Football Field is phenomenal.
By the way,
The pitch.
Election Day is 1 week from today. You got to vote no on issue 1. You can vote whatever you want on issue 2. I really don't care. If you want to smoke marijuana, knock yourself out.
Vote yes.
Vote yes on 2. And then,
No, vote for smoking. Get it wreck.
Yeah, yes on 2. That's fine.
Whatever.
And then issue 22, which doesn't involve me, but that's a city issue for selling the railroad.
That's
And
a
you got to
fucking
vote.
stupid ass.
Got to vote
mistake.
no on that too.
That is a fucking mistake. Those idiots.
Huge mistake.
They're going to squander.
We have a podcast Sunday, so you can
No, I'll get to do it again on Sunday.
you can remind.
I don't know if this works or not, but I
Sunday?
know.
Didn't we do one last Sunday?
We sure
It's
did.
going to be 2 Sundays in a row. We have a podcast.
Yeah.
Damn.
I just,
What time on Sunday?
I just want you guys to think of this when you walk into that
Check your
voting booth.
fucking calendar that was put into your phone.
No, I don't have my glasses on. I can't read it right now.
Issue 2.
We're hoping to have him dance
Because I
talking.
got high.
We're hoping to have him on the podcast.
Little Afro Man.
Till I got high.
See, look, we're doing commentary in between
We love
while
Afro
it's
Man.
playing, so
I couldn't vote because I got high.
it keeps us from getting
Did we ever
shadow
play the
banned.
video of
I ate
lemon
a
pound
Pop
cake?
Tart because I got high.
You don't even know the words, Rob.
Oh, I know.
But we're still doing commentary, so
All
we
you got to
won't-
do
we
is
shouldn't
keep
get
saying
shadow
because I
banned.
got high. I didn't go to class because I
But
got high.
he says things in between because I got high.
Yeah, I didn't go to class because I
Different
got high.
things, and you don't know what those.
I don't know if they
things
can hear that or not. I've noticed sometimes it cuts out when I play this shit, but nonetheless, channel your inner Afro man in the state of Ohio and go vote to get high.
I know. Afro Man is big time in me. I've been sending them text messages, not getting anything.
Let's get the wreck shit going legal so we can get fucking Dano over here high as shit very soon. You said you'd do it if it was legal.
That would be.
Did I say that?
That would be hilarious.
I think you did say it last episode or 2 episodes ago. If it was legal, you would get high. You would get high.
If recreational marijuana becomes legal, then we'll smoke the bong right here on the show.
Fuck yeah. It doesn't look like an Indian diner, man, with that hookah.
Would they frown on that here at the varsity if we
Not at all. Not at all.
smoke the bong?
We'll get Alice sitting on a fucking mushroom in a corner. It'd be like Alice in Wonderland in this
Hey.
motherfucker.
It's legal.
Be hitting that fucking hookah, baby.
We'll do it somewhere else and then just bring you here.
But you have to be 21 in order to smoke marijuana.
You were 21
Recreational
and
marijuana.
1821, Dan. So I think we're okay with that.
Well, I'm just saying.
I would love to see Dano get high.
If we're doing another podcast on Monday, then I will make my point about
Sunday.
Sunday, Jesus. This is
Sunday.
this is how the shit happens.
how fucked up it is that we have the constitutional amendment that will be issue 1, and the law, the state law that will be issue 2, the legalization of recreational marijuana.
No, I might get high on Sunday. I might. You know why?
I might not
Make you
show
go
up.
blind.
Because I will not tell them where I
Wow.
ingested it nor I had it. I can be high. I just can't possess in the state of Ohio. Hey, we even got high in the fucking state's name. Oh,
Sweet.
high. Oh,
You're so dumb.
it's sex while being high. O face high. And another O face is double digit, baby.
But you're not going to do it on the show, though.
Oh, I'll fucking do it. I'll come in here chewing that motherfucker. Obviously, I'll be ferried real quickly from other states.
No, I'm saying, what about smoking the bong, though?
I don't like to smoke it. I like the edible.
Okay.
The edible is more quaint. My legs quit working sometimes. And I'll probably need some assistance.
Look like Forrest Gump with your fucking
That's
braces.
it. I'm not talking the rest of the podcast.
It'll look like Uncle Baby Billy over here fucking healing my ass in a wheelchair and I can walk at the end of the show.
I can walk again.
Because I got high. Because I got high. Because I got high. Hoo-ah. I'm going to go try to find some women's hair to smell tonight, boys.
Dressing up as Joe.
Who? Oh, Biden? Yeah, I got it. It took a second.
That's funny.
Dan, I do like the mask. You look like Rocky, the kid from the mask. What was his name?
Oh my God. His name was Rocky.
I know, but what was his last name? Cher was in the movie. Phenomenal.
Sam
movie.
Elliott was in it.
Yeah, that was a great movie.
God, where your fucking head goes.
I don't know.
Where your
Mask.
fucking head goes, it's fucking scary.
I was also thinking that cartoon. What was it? Fucking Mask, the trucks and shit where the guys rode in the truck.
Oh, I used to love that one.
I did too. That was a good one. Dan is still being stoic, and I love it. Ladies and gentlemen, I guess we will not be getting this answer tonight, but I'm going to ask it nonetheless from Jason. Jason, do you know if Dan manscapes?